hit different.
Yo, we back. We back with another one when they thought it wasn't gonna beat no another one. Nah, it do hit different. We got the famous Telly back in here for another interview, bro. Telly, how you doing with your fine ass?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good as always. Like the last time that I said I was doing good.
You doing good? You look good. It hit different.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Do hit different. First of all, it was a lot of comments that came back. It was a lot of feedback from our last interview. That was a good interview. I see you got on the dress today. Do hit different.
And my nails are done.
Okay. It do hit different. Alright, let's get right into this. A lot of people want to know like basic stuff, like they feel like they don't know too much about you. They just know who your baby daddies is, basically. So they trying to find out a little bit more about Telly. What you do on your spare time? Can you tell the people what you do on your spare time for the most part?
What I do on my spare time now is I focus on my kids. I have 2 of them.
Do hit different.
2 of them.
So you like a full-time mother right now, or what?
I am. But what I used to do on my spare time, I never had none. I was always occupied. I was in school. I was at work. Went home and I went to sleep.
For sure. A lot of people want to know, do you do music? They know I know I do music. Did your other baby daddy, AAB HellaBandz, did he do music as well?
Do your research. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff that's on the internet about him that you'll be able to find. So it's like I answer certain questions, but yeah, he did music. You can go and find his music under that name. You know, y'all are rappers' names and stuff.
For sure. Were you a big fan of his music or what?
No, I'm not a fan of hip hop. I like R&B.
Okay.
So I could care less to be bumping.
So you don't like drill music?
No, it's not interesting. It's not intriguing. It's not.
So you're more of an old soul.
I don't want to go wake up with this face. I want to be happy, smooth. I want to feel like cleaning up. I want to feel happy while I'm cleaning up.
For now, it do hit different. Why black people always got that certain type of music we clean up to? It do hit different. Alright, I feel it. As far as I know you're a mother. You like cooking or what? You cook or what?
I can cook. I will cook. I don't like cooking.
Can cook, will cook, don't like to cook. Do you like FYB Main's cooking? It do hit different.
It different the last time FYB Main cooked. Something was burnt. Chicken didn't have no flour on it.
Dang.
It made it to the grease. And that was like almost 2 years ago.
Hold on, J Main ain't cooked in 2 years?
2 years ago.
It do hit different. What y'all eat out a lot of what? It do hit different.
Majority of the time, for sure.
Oh, that's crazy. Another question. Would you marry FYB Main? Because a lot of people under that last whoop, it was a lot of stuff like J Main, you need to marry her, and they was saying you looked like a very respectable woman under that last YouTube video, under that last interview. Would you marry FYB Main?
Oh, you wanted the answer.
Oh, okay. It do hit different. Next question. What are your future goals?
I got a lot of goals, like being married. So would I marry a man, or would a man want to marry me? That's like a real big deal as a woman that know exactly what she want out of life. So to answer and piggyback off that last question is like, does that man want to marry me? Am I the catch? So life goals.
It's funny that you say that. A lot of people say the men is the catch. So do you think women is the catch, or you think men is the catch?
I mean, it's 2023. There's a lot of nets around here that get caught in. So it's like, it ain't even fascinating on being a catch. It's what you catch.
I like the way you think. Let's get into something else. In the last interview, you mentioned you grew up with Glock Boy Bobo. He got this song. I like it. It got a little bounce to it. Called Quarter Mile. And he got this line, and he say something like, "Don't play with Pap. I bet he spin. It hit different." So when he say Pap, I know you from that area, and I know there's a guy that passed by the name of Papoose. And it seemed like Glock Boy Bobo was real passionate about this Pap name in this song. Is that the same person? Is Pap and Papoose the same person?
It is. Yeah.
Okay, it do hit different. And who was that to you? Who was Papoose to you?
Like I said in the last interview, these are all the people who I grew up with. So
Okay.
it was like 10 and 2 on who you grew up with. You know, you got your favorite people who you grew up with. Just in general, we lived around the corner from each other, so it was like a no-brainer that we outside every day. Just like, so it's super, super duper unfortunate, but yeah, real passionate about that name, that person, all of that was going on. Super duper passionate about it on all ends.
On phone now. Speaking of that, y'all passionate about it on game. I could tell y'all passionate about it. Like I say, why he said like that? Like, don't play with Pop. I bet he spent like. Why y'all so passionate about Papoose over there? Like, who was Papoose to y'all hood? Like what was he like?
'Cause you know how you got like the one person that is like the glue to everything. Like, yeah, you wouldn't know this person if it wasn't for this person bring you over here. It was like we was all there, but when you put Papoose in the mix, it was like it just made it right. Like, how did everybody and everything just go so right? Well, it was just like his energy, his aura, everything was like, okay, growing up, they got the most family on the block too. So it was like, of course, you gonna click with one of them, either the big brother, the little brother, and we just right in the middle. So it was like, it just made sense, but
Bro.
It was.
It do hit different. Speaking of losing friends, I know you was with FYB Main for some years. Throughout this course, how many friends did FYB Main lose while y'all was in a relationship?
Just thinking off the back, I want to say probably like 5, maybe 6.
In your opinion, what was his mental when he loses friends? What's your opinion on J Man's mental when he loses friends? And you say he lost 5 or 6 friends. How long y'all been together, or was dealing with each other, or whatever?
Like 7.5.
So 7.5 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so 7.5 years, and you say he lost about 6 friends.
Yeah.
And what was his mental around these times? What's J Man like around the time when he loses friends?
I mean, you said like it's something normal. It ain't normal. It ain't fun. It was like, it's always been like a mental block, and then it depends on the circumstances that we in. It always put a hold on his mentality, on your mentality. So it's like, in my opinion, that was like the state of mind that I could, if I had to describe it to anybody else, that would definitely be what it is. It was just like I keep saying, like, a lot of stuff be unfortunate, so it's like, it just got real weird, real quiet, real intense. Like, some stuff be mind blowing. Can't change what happened. So, and then us not being in the city no more. A certain majority of these killings happen in the city, and it was just like, you know how you just want your peoples out of the city. Like, you just feel like none of this stuff would be happening if you wasn't there, or, you know. So it was like you carried that weight on your shoulders a lot. So as a woman, you don't want to see your man feeling like. But it was like you can't tell another grown man what to do. Gotta live their life.
You mentioned that you left Chicago. Around what age did you move from Chicago, and why?
It was like 22, 23. So.
You was 22 or 23 when you moved from Chicago? And why did you decide to move from Chicago?
Just a lot going on. It's Chicago, like the average answer on why would you leave Chicago? I got a son. All of the stuff that was going on, like then being in a relationship, being in the streets, having my son already. So it was like I'm already looking at the situations and how it played out with his father and everything, all the accusations and everything in that nature. So it was like real quiet, real humble, real in the house, but it was just like, do I want my son to have these same problems that come with being in the city of Chicago? Do he got to learn all of the whole street smarts and all of this stuff that gotta come with living in Chicago? It was like, no, I didn't want that for him. And then to had gotten in a whole new relationship with somebody that was on the same page of, we got a son now. This is what we doing. So it was like, no, he didn't want that for me. I didn't want that for him. And it just made sense. It just clicked. So it was like, now it's the next thing on where are we moving to? And once we figured that out, it was like not even a no-brainer that let's get out of here. And it was no looking back from them.
True. Would that be in your home city where you ever move back?
Nope.
You won't never move back to Chicago?
Nope. I visit for a long time. I do a long visit, but ain't nothing to move back for. They got it, like the city of Chicago got a lot of changes. Just like how like tearing down the projects, it's almost like you damn they gotta put them back up in order for me to come back. Because when they did that, when they tore down all of them projects and had all of these people moving to different areas, it just really put a lot of drama, violence, and everything in the suburbs. So it was like that ain't safe no more. It was like try to go to Wisconsin, that ain't safe no more. Like they allowed them people to move their Section 8s and low incomes everywhere. So it just scattered a lot of problems.
Yeah, no kizzy, no cap. When it come to the projects, you grew up with KTS or what?
I didn't grow up with her, but
that's your cousin? It hit different. Is that your cousin?
That's my god sister's cousin.
Okay, so KTS your god sister cousin. It hit different. What's to Katie? What's she been on lately? How's y'all relationship or what?
I done seen her a couple times, but do I talk to her? No, I don't talk to her. But is she a cool person? Yeah, she exactly what you get from a project baby. Like, either you cool or you ain't cool. Either you mind your business or you don't. You see each other, but it's like, I can't say everybody know, but you know how some parents is where they have card parties and all that stuff like that. Like, our parents is one of them people. Went to Wendell Phillips projects, out of be well.
So all y'all families know each other and stuff.
Yeah, like I said, that's my god sister. So that's my mama best friend. Peoples.
Oh, okay, yeah. I already you know in Chicago, everybody know everybody. It do hit different. Yeah, I thought I heard something like that you knew Katie and stuff. It do hit different. Another question I did want to ask you. You was getting down on drill music earlier in this conversation, earlier in this interview, but on some real stuff, like who your top 5 Chicago artists, if you got to name them?
Top 5 Chicago artists.
Chicago, it hit different. I get specific. Who your top 5 Chicago artists? You're Chicago, baby.
I don't even know, cause that's how, like, when you put the stipulations on just your top 5, it go way out the window. I can't say just 5, but I can't even really, when you say drill, it's like
not drill. Who your top artist from Chicago? Not it ain't gotta be 5. Who some of the people you listen to? Give us 1 or 2 at least.
I still listen to R. Kelly.
Okay, R. Kelly and who?
We're not talking about the allegations. We're gonna separate any anything that come along with the people. So I still listen to R. Kelly. Definitely listen to Glock Boy Bobo, like you said. Mm-hmm. I don't have a choice but to listen to you. But do I like your music? I do like certain songs. Like I'm not gonna say all the disrespectful songs are my favorite, because it's like, but no, you got, if you actually listen to his music, he got a couple songs that's, I mean, if you could find the music at this point. But
dude, it definitely took my whoop, bro.
Definitely listen to Duck, of course. It took me a while to listen to Herb, but you can't help but to hear it on the radio. Mm. And then
why it take you a while to listen to Herb? I did. Hold on, wait. Speaking of Herb, you got, as your cousins KTS, Vaughn and Dre or something like that.
Yeah, they're my extended cousins.
So this your real cousin, your blood cousins though. Like this ain't this ain't. When you say extended, what that mean? And see now that get a little whoop. Now what extended?
My mama's sister.
Okay, your mama's
kids.
Mama's sister kids. Your mama's sister kids. So that's your cousin. Say hey different. That's your people. So that's.
He's not my mama's sister kids.
Who? Dre or Vaughn?
Both of them. You know, they're both brothers.
Right. You say neither one of them.
They're not my mother's sister's kids.
That's your mother's sisters.
Her kids, that's they siblings on their daddy's side.
It do hit different. Do y'all homework on their siblings and our
come back with the notes on how you got that, that family tree.
Basically, them your cousins. Long story short.
Extended cousins.
All right.
That's my extended family.
It hit different. So when it's all said and done, how was you said when it come to the J-Mane disrespectful track? We know KTS Vaughn and KTS Dre. Well, which one went to the cemetery and did or whatever? Like, which one was that?
Don't have me to line.
Okay, because I know I seen an old clip some years ago. I know they did some wild stuff. I was just about to ask you, with that being your cousins, you being a female, how you feel of, like, when you see people, like, now that they deceased, how you feel about with them being your cousins, like people disrespecting them on songs or whatever the case is, they ops and doing all the different stuff like that. You being a female and being out of all that, how do you feel just people disrespecting your dead cousins?
Like this. Literally, I stay in my lane. That's the whole thing. As a female, that's what you gotta learn into. Like, everybody gonna say what they want to say on the internet, and when you get past that, it's like, I know who them people was as humans, like as regular people, like. Right,
you don't look at them as KTS Vaughn and KTS Dre. You look at them as Vaughn and Dre.
Exactly.
My extended cousins.
These is my extended cousins.
They do it.
Do I care to be around? Have they ever put me in a situation? No. Do I care to be around? Did they care for me to be around? No, didn't have to. Is the love there? It is.
They do hit different.
It's like the whole of respecting. Like, I see what y'all have going on the internet. Do I have to initiate myself into? No,
Okay, being around FYB J-Mane, have you ever met FBG Duck?
I have.
And what was that like? What was Duck like in person?
Loud. Loud as all get out, but super creative and innovative. The life of the party. Big, tall. Like,
yeah, because they can paint Duck character out, you know, after Duck got killed downtown. The mayor said the mayor of Chicago came out and said he fancied the rapper. Fancy meaning like he wanted to be, like tried to be, or whatever the case is. Do you feel like FBG Duck was a rapper?
Yeah, And it was real creative. Like, we had an encounter where I think I had just got off work and met y'all, and they was in the studio, and they was in a closet, and this man locked himself in the closet on accident. But he didn't lock himself in the dang on closet.
So Duck locked himself in. What you say?
The boy door handle broke while he was in there screaming off a song that they was doing. I can't even think of the song.
Oh, shout out E Will under the Smoke Act. It hit different.
But so, they was coming up with that song, and he had his little studio stuff in the closet, and Duck went in there, and the door handle just fell off. I was sitting on the bed like, y'all just locked the man in the closet. But he ain't pay no attention to it until it was time for him to come out of the door. And then they just, you know how like the little doorknob got the little lock on there, and you just pinch it to get it open. This man too big to be stuck in the closet like this.
That's crazy.
But anytime that I ever met him, it was always under a happy type of situation. That's why I was like, what?
How did you feel meeting? How many times you seen Duck in your life? You feel?
I don't know. The first times that I've ever seen Duck was from my neighbor. I don't know. She probably don't either say her name or be speaking on her, but it was like it wasn't that same situation that it was that same situation. They was happy. They had pellies and stuff on, so you know.
It do hit different.
My neighbor. Shout out my neighbor.
Shout out to your
not for what she did, but
shout out to your neighbor. What the pellies had to do with it? What happened with the pellies?
They was in a relationship. They had matching pellies, you know.
All right, I remember the matching pellies. I know.
But that was my first time ever seeing him like in person, and I was like, "Who is?" You know how you be like a neighbor, you got your window. Who is she with?
Oh, so your neighbor used to mess with FBG Duck.
Yeah.
It do hit
different. My neighbor. It's my girl.
It's my neighbor. It hit different. So on your page a while ago, I sent you shooting guns. You like guns or what?
I do.
Why? You seem like a nice, innocent, cute girl. Why you like guns?
Guns like me, I like guns. Like the power that it gives you, the power that you're able to control. It's just fascinating. It's like, especially when it's not for the whole violence act, but once you actually get to understand a gun and how it works and how you in control of that power, it's just fascinating to me.
Another thing I wanted to say, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? It seemed like you said you moved from Chicago, then you ended up in
Vegas.
Okay, it hit different. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I don't know yet. That's my short term.
What do you see yourself doing?
My short term goals are real blurry because it's like so much to accomplish at one time. Like me having my degree in criminal justice, I've had that for a good 6 going on 7 years now. But then I just got my degree in digital cinematography. And then it's like juggling between, do I want to go and insert myself in the system, or do I just want to freelance? So it's a lot of, it's or even just doing stuff like this in the first place. Like how I told you, I ain't even the type to be on the internet. So it's like my short-term goals is like, tomorrow I might want to get back in the hospital.
Okay. You used to work in a hospital?
Nope.
Oh, do it different. Do it different.
But it's like,
I get it though.
I worked at Brinks. I worked in security. I worked at the post office. So it's like, I don't mind keeping no job, but what do I want to do? I like drawing. I might want to draw a painting. I might get a Picasso. get $1 million for it.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
It hit different. Another thing I did want to ask you, do you have a YouTube channel?
No.
You don't?
No.
It's crazy. You
No,
need to.
I made one.
Okay, I was about to say if you don't, you need to make one.
I've made one. The name on there, can't even think of it. I think I got like 2 of them.
Well, the people watching you right now, so you probably should. Well,
Yeah.
I see you got the Burberry flip flops on. They do hit different. You like designer or what?
It's cool.
Okay.
It's not just 110% my go-to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a real subtle. Like I'll do it. Like how you said. Like got on Burberry shoes. You don't see me with no other jewelry. Just my earrings. Like I ain't the type to overdo it. Not that I'm not trying to outshine the next person, but that's just my own self. I don't got to be the brightest in the room.
Mm-hmm.
My shine gonna still project how it's supposed to.
For sure. Siblings. How many siblings you got?
My mother has 3 kids. I'm the youngest. My father has like 50.
Your father got how many kids?
And he got about 20 kids.
You for real or you for real?
I'm for real.
So your daddy got 20 kids.
Yeah.
Merchant. It hit different when they say anytime. Do y'all homework on when somebody say merchant and then somebody say merchant back. Hold on, what that means? Do y'all homework. Now, do he got 20 kids or not?
He has about 20 kids. I say 17 at minimum.
17 at mid, right? Because I was about to say she got to be throwing a little sauce on it because she ain't merch. Okay, so 17 kids.
It's still extreme.
It do hit different. So do you know all your brothers and sisters?
I know their name. Have I met all of them? No.
Oh, so you ain't met all of them yet?
Mm-mm.
Do you think you will ever meet all of them?
Yeah. I be putting my best foot forward to get in contact with people. I like stuff like that.
That's a lot of kids though.
It is. It ain't my responsibility, but it is. So I'm just a sibling. Don't hold me to it.
But it hit different when you want to meet all, like, who wouldn't want to meet all, like if I had 16, 17 brothers and sisters, I would want to meet all of them. But it's like, dang, what I'm finna do to all of y'all?
Yeah, and
like
the last few of them are biracial kids. I found out one of them had cancer. It was a little girl, so it was like I still never got a chance to meet her.
Oh, that's effed up.
So it was like I got siblings that didn't have cancer. Like I didn't have that before, so it's like, how do you care for someone that you've never met before that your father is telling you is your sibling? Dang. And they 100% younger than you, and you thought you was the youngest girl, that is, because I already knew I have younger brothers, but yeah.
50. That's crazy.
And she was like, I think like 3 going on 4 going through all of that. Years old, 3 or 4 years old.
3, 4 years old with cancer.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
She's in remission now.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So she is doing better. Mm-hmm. So remission means doing better.
Yes.
Okay, let me take notes. They do hit different.
Do your homework.
Yeah, man. Now that's a sad story though. I ain't even know that it hit different. Dang. Kids, you gonna have more? We see you got 2 now. You think about having more kids or what?
I do want more kids. I ain't trying to be like my father, but I do want more kids.
Right, because if it running your blood, it's different. You might have to have a change. It's different.
But if God is willing, I don't have a problem with it.
You don't have a problem with having 17 kids?
Nope.
Okay. That's crazy. That's crazy. Another question.
Who want to be alone? Who wants to be alone? I was the youngest child, so it's like I was left alone. My siblings was already doing what they wanted to do. We 8 years apart, and then we 4 years apart. And then it's just me in the house with my parents. So it's like they could have had one more after me. They could have left them feelings for that child.